Dude, Dalton, your nose is looking a little sparkly today, man.
I know.
Why don't you describe it to all of our listeners?
Listeners, I did something more out of just kind of I wanted to than actually thinking about it. So I went and got my nose pierced professionally this time. You know, shouty touty to Sarah.
Sarah Adams,
who
unprofessionally
butchered my nose, but it was all out of love. And the thing is, I think she thought I was gonna be mad, but the whole thing, it was just an experience. You know, like I guess I realized I'm very determined to get something when I want it done. So I had to re-pierce my nose again.
Of all experiences, I would be okay with like never having, like, I don't think I would call having a needle stuck through my nose twice an experience.
It was funny though, because it was like, I don't know, it was just everybody was there at the gym. We were all talking and stuff, and you know, they were all like surrounding me, like, looking at the nose, trying to figure out where to put it. And I just was like, you know what, like, who fucking cares? Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Have you seen the video, Cheese? He takes it like a fucking champ. Like literally, he sits there and he just takes the fucking needle straight through the nose and doesn't even flinch. And then you see everybody else react because it's bleeding a lot. And then Sarah, in the first like 7 seconds of the video, says everything someone with a needle going through my face shouldn't say. I don't know. Oh no, is this supposed to do that? Does it go all the way through? Like,
I haven't even watched the video yet.
Do you have the video?
No, I don't have it.
I have it.
Is it something we can show, or is it too bad?
No, I don't think it's bad.
We can show it. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, it was scary, but also super funny, and just like, so it was just very lighthearted. I was just like, you know what? Like, the thing is, at the end of the day, my nose is gonna heal.
Yeah.
Like, let her have a learning experience on somebody who isn't gonna be mad, you know. And I was like, it was funny and it was fun. I got to go buy the piercings with Chelsea and Sarah, and like we had a good time walking around the store and stuff, doing that, just spending quality time with them. You know what I mean? Cool. And then taking that back, to doing everything else. So, God, it's fucking hot.
How is that compared to? Stop being dramatic. How is that compared to when you went to go get it professionally done?
Completely different. So I realized it was such like a crazy experience that any other piercing experience that I'm going to have the rest of my life is going to be nothing. So I walked in. He goes, all right, sit here. Wipes it down. Gets the needle. He didn't even show me the needle. We were talking. Didn't even show me the needle. He's like, all right, I'm going to put it right here. And he's like, you have the perfect nose. And I was like, thanks, man. Say less, baby. And then he gets the needle. And I guess I was talking. I didn't know he had it against my nose. And like mid-conversation, he just slides that shit in there. Boom, boom, boom. Within like 3 seconds, it was done. And he's like, all right, done. So you're done, dude.
You just put the needle on there?
Yeah.
You know what else we can put the needle on? David, why don't you play that record for our listeners? I'm Drumm.
I'm Drummer.
Welcome back, everybody. What's going on at week 77?
Week 77, guys. That's 7 times 11, 77. What's up?
Oh, you're so much better now. And as always, we're your hosts. I'm Drumm.
And I'm Drummer.
This is a podcast about brotherhood and the 3 S's. Supernatural.
Storytelling.
And self-improvement.
And supernatural.
And self-improvement. And
stories?
Storytelling. So, dude, okay, so you got the nose piercing. How much has your life changed since... Do people treat you differently?
No, nothing's changed. I was just excited to get something done on my face, so that was cool.
That's cool.
But that's
better than a face tattoo.
So do you think you have a high pain tolerance then, if you were able to handle that?
I don't know what I had.
You just didn't. Well, you said you had the video.
I have the video. Yeah.
Do you want to watch it? We can watch it on the thing. I can put it up on the screen like you like.
Yeah. So you want me to put?
Yeah, put it up, because then you guys just watch it and.
I like those shorts, dude. I want a pair of shorts like that.
Good fellow, baby.
Yeah, I don't think she has those.
First of all, you can hear your
I'm not nervous.
She's gonna be. She's not one yet.
I'm not nervous because I've done this before.
Oh god, I should not have looked at the needle. Did y'all? Oh my god, don't.
One.
Don't
move. Are you? Stop moving. Don't move. Okay, breathe in. Oh shit. Breathe in and out.
Oh, fuck me,
Doesn't
dude.
move.
That was fun.
Okay, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Oh, I think I'm gonna throw up. Ow!
Alright, just stay calm.
She was
I
poking
can
my
feel
septum.
it in my nose.
Doesn't... Is it supposed to go through the other?
What the fuck do you mean?
But like it's so
fuck does that
high that it's like hard to take out. Oh, here, I'll bend it.
I'll bend it.
Let's try the other side.
Don't try the other side.
Chelsea.
It's not in there all the way. There it is. It's gonna be on your lip below. Suck it in.
She's literally piercing my lip.
Ow.
She's piercing my fucking lip at this point.
I'm
This-
a little bit nervous right now.
This happened at the gym.
Yep. He's literally sitting in the middle of my gym.
I poured tequila on my nose so it was clean.
Did you really?
You got it. Like, not like
Yeah.
that's what I thought you were saying.
Oh, well, yeah, of course.
But yeah.
So that was the first piercing. Then
Then Dalton got picky
I got picky.
because it was
Pun
done.
intended?
They had it in. They had pun intended. Yeah, that's a good one.
What happened? What'd you say?
Because you're being picky.
Yeah.
So they got the piercing in. Everything was good until Dalton decided, I want the curved piercing. So let's take this out and let's do it again.
Yeah, I didn't realize you could just take the straight pin and then curl it. She could just bend it if she wanted to, and that's all she had to do, and then it would have been done. But what I did realize is that the piercing now it's a little bit more forward, and to hers was far back. So when she pierced it, it started piercing my septum. And
That would have
then-
been bad.
Yeah, it was that hurt.
Bro,
that
you just
one.
could have done 2
Wait.
for 1.
Is that right?
What?
Septum?
Yeah, it's the front.
Well,
So what's a
I mean,
deviated septum?
The one that goes in. It deviates.
So what is it
Well,
called?
the septum
What
is
is it
separated
called?
on top, like the nose part.
What is it called when your chest is in?
Concave chest.
That's not a deviated septum?
No,
No,
that's not
septum
even
is
called.
up here,
That's not
bro.
the part of the body that's called a septum.
Whoa, I've been living a lie.
Who told you that was part of the body?
And why? Well, why? Where did this come up in
And you
conversation?
don't even have a sunken chest. So what's the problem?
I can't tell you. I know I've heard that at some point.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a good experience. It was fun. But
But you didn't do anything. Your pain tolerance was low.
I guess so. I don't know. It just
no, the pain tolerance is high.
Your pain tolerance is high.
Yeah, I hate that shit. Everyone's like, "Oh, my pain tolerance is so high, it's so low." I don't care.
No, I'm asking because Rome is renovating their Coliseum right now.
22 mil.
$22 million to put these like crazy slats over. So when you go to the Coliseum, they have like those giant like labyrinth walls down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Apparently that's a basement.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that was a
That's
basement.
where like the cells were and stuff, right?
Yeah, I guess
I didn't
that's
know
where
that.
they keep
Yeah.
the lions and the prisoners and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And so
The bears
Do you think a prisoner ever had like a lion as a roommate?
or concave chest.
Probably got punched.
No, I don't. I think they separated it. I know like when they had the games and stuff. Only because I've been watching a documentary on Rome. When they had the games, it would be like the animals would fight first, and then like it would go all the way up, and then like the gladiators were the main event.
Yeah.
So it was fighting animals and
So and did gladiators ever have to actually fight the animals?
yeah, they fought like lions and alligators and
Can
stuff.
you imagine, dude? If I was in the gladiators fucking arena and a lion or a bear comes out, I really don't think I would stand a chance.
They would have naval battles in there too.
What the hell's a naval battle?
Like they would have ships.
oh, not with your belly button.
No.
How-
No.
how-
Which was better? I win.
How big is the Coliseum? They can fit ships?
I mean, it was not like how the ships would ram into each other. That's how they did warfare back then for seas. That's what they did. They fought each other like that.
So like, what's it called when you do that on horses? Jousting, but with
Both ships.
ships.
Yeah. Because that was the way. That was like, sea. That was naval warfare. Because they would have the big rams on the front of the ship. And
I still don't understand how you got a boat into the Coliseum
or
and
water.
moved it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Those Romans are tricky little fuckers.
I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah. Have you seen?
Time
Do you know what the
forward.
torpedo league is?
Torpedo League.
Yeah. So you know how we used to remember when we had the above ground swimming pool, we had this torpedo and we would go underwater and you could throw the torpedo and it would literally like shoot, glide, like cut through the water.
Yeah,
It goes
it's
super fast.
fast.
Me and Dalton used to play catch with it. So there's a league and it's basically underwater, I don't know, rugby. It's probably the closest comparison to it. It's like a mixture between like soccer and water polo underwater. They have little goals and you all like, you hold your breath, you dive under, you play around, you shoot it in the goal and you try to make it in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Looks pretty
It's
sick.
underwater water polo.
Basically with a torpedo.
Nice.
It's like super cool.
That is really cool. I want to do that. Is that a sport you would try?
1,000%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
fuck
cool
yeah.
sport.
Dalton was right.
Really?
They flooded the Coliseum.
Matt, you know what? That's like one of my favorite subjects in school. That's the only time I paid attention.
I
Was
don't
history. Okay.
Dude, I don't assume anything. Dude.
And plus, bro, I realized this earlier. I was like, video games taught me so much about history. It taught me about the people. It taught me about the time and place, what the situation that was going on, like in every sense of the word in that history part in time, that time part in history. And so I started thinking, I was like, man, like I never learned a lot from books, but when I can see it and when I could, interact with it is when I learned the most. Like, you remember, like when I played Age of Empires 3 and we started talking about some type of history and colonial age, I gave you all these facts and details about it, and you're like, how do you know this? And I was like, video games, because it was never from a book.
Yeah,
I didn't learn shit from books.
Yeah.
How was your week?
Thank you, Dalton. My week was great. Thank you.
I forgot to ask you. I wanted to ask.
That's okay.
You've been busy. You've been having a good time. Been making sales or what?
Yeah. Last week was probably my best week of sales I've ever recorded. So hell yeah for that. But then usually in sales where there's a high, there's a low right after. So this week's just been kind of catching up on some other stuff.
How's your Maloma Pfizer shot?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Feeling pretty solid right now. Yeah.
Was it long needle?
No, just a normal shot.
Everyone's asking. He got the shot today. The first round of shots.
First dose, baby.
First dose, baby.
You just stick it in your arm and
Tell me when to stop.
What? No. All right, let me start again.
All right, let me start again.
yeah. So did that today. It was just a normal shot like
Okay.
any other vaccine.
Right on.
Nothing too crazy.
I was worried about you for a second there
Why?
because I didn't know. Like I didn't know how. I felt like the needle was too long. I know how you are with shots, so I was like,
I'm fine with
he's gonna call me freaking out. It's the worst. Like, sometimes it takes a little bit, and then other times it takes a lot. Your freak out range is very different than a lot of people's. You know that?
What are you talking about?
Like when you get like when you start to freak out or like think too much, like it triggers at different times than normal people would.
Like what? What do you mean? Give an example.
So Matthew was texting me yesterday. I got my piercing, and I just didn't text Matthew. Didn't tell him anything. He knew I got it around like 5:30, so he was like trying to figure out like what happened. So like I went home, did the dishes or not? I didn't do not the dishes. I went home. I took a shower. I ate my dinner. I had a protein shake.
You used dishes.
I used the dishes. I sat outside and I started calling. I called like my cousin. I called my friends, and then like just kind of showing them and talking about their experience and stuff, right? And Matthew, every time we could talk to somebody, would call me, and I wouldn't answer. So I'm like, oh, well, he knows. Like I told him I was calling people. Like he knows I'm talking to people. He texts me. He goes, oh my God, what happened? Something go wrong? Are you dead? Are you in the hospital? Multiple texts. Boom, 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 boom. And that didn't make me at all want to be like, oh, I got to call him and let him know that I'm okay. I was like, let's see how long this can last, right? So then I called somebody else, and I called somebody else, and I called somebody else, and he's fucking FaceTiming me time and time again because he thinks I'm fucking dead. And I'm like, bro, it's a piercing. It's a nose piercing. It's the easiest It's one of the easiest piercings to get. It's simple. And I feel like Matthew thought the world was ending, and he was freaking out. So when I called him, he's like, hey, you okay? What happened? Are you all right? Let me see it. Oh my God. Okay. And he's like, all right, I'm going to leave. I'm going to go. He's like all frustrated and shit. And I'm like, dude.
I was in the middle of a workout.
Matt, you were rowing.
Is that not a workout?
No. Rowing is bullshit. Bro, my passion for hatred towards rowing and assault bikes.
I was doing both of those.
I know, it's the worst.
But those are pretty good workouts.
No, I get so bored.
That doesn't mean that they're not effective.
Just because it's not entertaining doesn't mean that it's not yeah, you said that.
God, I just start wandering, and then I realize I'm only slower on the bike and just thinking too much. Like I'm going like this, and then I start thinking, and I just stop. I realize I was working out, and I go again.
So you are working out.
Yes.
Okay. So
But not that workout I want to do. You know what I mean?
But it's still a workout.
I was venting to JP about this earlier.
But
So, yeah.
But if you were rowing or you were assault biking and you had this pain tolerance and these skills, how do you
Stop with
think
the
you
pain
would
tolerance.
do? How do you think you'd do in a Gladiator? Which fight would you want to be in the Coliseum?
Oh, I want to kill people.
You wouldn't want to
For
be in the
sure.
naval battle.
No.
You wouldn't want to be fighting animals.
No, I want to kill somebody.
I think I'd have a shot against another human.
don't
An
think
animal, I probably wouldn't want to kill them, and I would just die.
Back then, though, you got to think they weren't fond of animals. They had cats and dogs back then, but lions and bears that you were killing, you can't say that you were like.
How is that any different from now?
What do you mean? There's no.
Are you telling me you have a
gladiator
pet
fights
lion?
now. I'm saying that you don't have the same respect towards those animals, so you don't see them as often. So when you see them, they're like, "Oh, that's an animal. I got to kill it, or else I'm gonna die." It's a do or die situation. You don't live if you don't kill it. You think about that.
Am I missing the punch, the point here?
But there's no point. It's do or die.
Yeah, but okay.
What are you not getting? Explain this to me.
No, because you brought up that you're all mad. They had cats and dogs. They respected the animal. I also respect the animal, but I don't understand what your point is. Like, I don't think it would change from then. I don't think that animals got like easier to kill now.
No animals. I'm not talking about killing cats and dogs. I'm talking about killing lions and bears.
Yes, okay.
They're not your family pets. They're
animals.
animals.
I see what you're saying. Yes,
they're
okay,
prey.
Okay. Yeah.
Or you're their prey.
Yeah, I still wouldn't last against the lion, 1000%. Now I'd fuck you up.
I would fucking kill you.
No, you would not.
No doubt in my head.
No. See, Dalton.
I would use the
If
net
you and I
and a cleaver.
stepped into the Coliseum and you were doing your Gladiator thing, right?
What does that mean?
Let's just say no.
What would your entrance be?
I would literally just walk out. See, and this is why I know I would win, because you would be about the show. At one point, you would stop and you'd lift your arms and you go, "Are you not entertained?" And at that moment, I would just stab you
I taunt.
and I would just kill you because
No, but that's disrespectful. That's not. You wouldn't win. Literally, you would die after because that's disrespectful. He would literally go like this for you, and then the guards would kill you because that's disrespect.
for what?
Gladiators had honor, believe it or not. Okay.
No, well, my point is that you would be doing something stupid like swinging your fucking baton around,
Why would I have a
trying
baton?
to make it a spectacle, and then I would just kill you.
Please. And when the gladiators fight, sometimes it was more than just two. Sometimes it was like 6 people all at once.
Then we both die. There's no way we'd survive.
I don't know. I feel like if I had a really, really long spear.
No, I feel like I'm small, so if I had a long spear, I wouldn't understand how to use like the mechanics of it. I would need like a sword and shield.
I feel like that would help you though. Keep the bad people away.
I feel like I'd like to be in close.
Spears were the most effective weapon back then.
Neither of you'd want to use the trident with the net.
No,
I said I would use that.
I think that's the worst weapon.
Why?
I just don't.
People get caught and you stab them.
I don't trust my accuracy throwing the net.
You're not throwing it. You're just wrapping it around them and then pulling.
I don't trust myself to do that either.
So what would your weapon of choice be?
A sword and a shield. I just said that.
That's so stupid.
It's so smart. I have fucking offense and defense.
You're such a simple, basic man. You gotta explore.
What do I need to explore, Dalton?
I want a double-sided,
Did you say double-sided knife?
double-sided spear.
Again, just you're all for show, bro.
I would look cool.
You're not. Yeah, you would look cool, but you'd also be dead.
But I would also train. Have you never seen the soft porn Spartacus?
Bro, it's so good. It's so good.
It's so good.
At least the first 3 seasons are, and then it gets weird.
The first 2 seasons. The
Yeah.
third season is when it gets
It's like
weird.
trash, yeah.
You watch Spartacus?
I've seen like the original movie.
No, the show.
There's the show on Netflix. It's super fucking good.
It's called
dude.
Spartacus. It's basically the first time I saw boobs and sex scenes. It was great. Great show.
Dude, but all of those gladiators are just absolutely like shredded, right?
Yeah. Remember the workouts they had to do?
You know who's not shredded right now?
Fucking who?
Will Smith.
Really?
Yeah, dude, have you seen him?
No.
You didn't see the picture he posted on Instagram?
I
No.
applaud him for that.
I've never. I don't have it. I don't go on Instagram, so I
That's
don't know
true.
what that is.
So he posted a picture the other day, and he's just got like dad bod.
Oh,
And he's
like
like
enjoying his life. Though.
But he said he's like worst shape of my life, blah blah blah. We're gonna get back into it. And he's been working out and watching. what he's
Oh,
eating
good
and
for
stuff.
him. Good for him. I love it when people, like, it just shows like he's just enjoying his time with his family or just doing shit. Like he's busy, man. Can you imagine being like Will Smith and having like still work out like a normal human being to look good?
Yeah.
Like, that's so much work. He's
Do
so
you think
busy.
Will Smith's body knows that he's Will Smith, and it's just like you're just gonna be shredded all the time.
At some point, your body's got to be like, oh, dude, you're too busy for me.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
a
gonna
lot
keep
of
you in shape.
a lot of those actors get paid by the movie they're in to get into a certain shape.
Yeah.
So like the movie pays for their
That's something I would not want.
trainer, for their chef, their dietitian and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
But-
something I would not want.
But
Why?
also,
because I want to be in the same shape I'm in. I don't like you seen those actors like Ben Affleck.
Oh, did you see Mark Wahlberg the other day?
Ben Affleck.
What about him?
Mark Wahlberg, he posted 2 pictures. One was him in this like boxing, like I guess I don't know if he was filming a movie or it was actually like a workout that he was boxing in, but absolutely shredded. And then 3 weeks later, it's him laying in bed and he's all like bulking season and like chunky. Then he's like 3 weeks of a difference of like, you know, just eating what I want or whatever. And I was like, damn, he put on so much fucking weight so quick.
Yeah, dude. I mean, those guys go through a lot, and if they make it so it's like, oh, you have 6 months to get in this shape. 6 months is not a very long time to like drop 30, 40 pounds. That's super unhealthy, you know, but they do it. And sometimes those guys go to extremes just to be a method actor.
Do you think that causes any types of problems like binge eating or like anorexia or body image issues?
Yeah, I'm sure it kind of puts a lot in your head where you're like, man, like I love eating this food, but now that I'm here and when I eat this, I see the result like that. He's like, it's terrifying to eat that type of food, man. I can imagine. Yeah. You can never have a Twinkie again.
Well,
have you ever had an experience like that where like you've had like body image issues or anything?
I mean, you've kind of talked about it on the pod.
Yeah, I have big body image issues.
Do you?
Yeah. And it's like kind of like the thing where people say like, oh, when you work out, you have body image issues for the rest of your life. It's kind of true because you're never going to be where you want to be. I don't have a chest and it bothers me every single day. And I bring it up to everybody because it's a legit insecurity of mine. Like I don't want to take off my shirt because my chest isn't big enough for me.
So what's the purpose of bringing it up to everybody?
To keep me dedicated in a sense of just kind of to keep me pushing for it, working out on it, you know? When people talk about it, it makes me want to work on it more. So I do more chest workouts or I just kind of get more motivated to work out. Like, I don't have a problem with the rest of my body. It's just my chest. That's the only thing. I honestly think if I had a chest, I wouldn't care about my arms. I wouldn't care about my legs. I mean, I do CrossFit, so that kind of all comes in hand. But I feel like CrossFit doesn't really focus on it focuses on the functional parts of the body. It doesn't really focus on something that like isn't too important. Yeah. Having a big chest is very important. Yeah. It just looks good to me. And that's always been a dream. But do you have anything that you're like insecure about?
Yeah, like when I start cutting, I can get a little crazy about my weight at times. And especially
right, checking your weight and stuff.
Yeah. Just because it's more of a numbers game for me, and like it could like mentally fuck with me. But
you know what I feel got you on that though is your RP cut,
bro. No,
I feel like that triggered it.
I no. So that whole thing came with a list of directions I was supposed to do, and I followed it. But towards the end, I was just like, it was the end of the cut. I was looking really good. I was happy, but then also too, like it just gave me a bad relationship with food. And then on top of that, I was competing in my first nationals weightlifting competition, which is really the only reason I really have paid attention to anything with the scale.
Yeah.
Because I needed to weigh into the weight class. And then like the last couple of weeks, I was tripping out because I was like right above my weight class and it wasn't dropping anymore. So I was where I needed to be. And I knew if I like cut with my water, you know, then it'd be fine. And then it didn't help that I had him going and telling everybody I was weighing myself like 1,000 times a day. And I was like, no, I'm weighing myself in the morning and then at night. That's literally it. And everybody freaked out. But with that, seeing what my body can look like and like the potential from doing all of that, it's made it harder now, especially over quarantine. And then especially like with my whole knee situation, like not being able to work out like I would normally. Like I do have body image issues. Like, you know, like I think we all do that. Cause like when you enter this like fitness realm, you become critical of yourself. You become critical of like, you know, you start to see these other people around you that, you know, have the ideal body that you want and things that you strive for, which I think is good in a healthy way. But the problem is that we don't figure out that healthy way usually until later on, you know? So it tends to be something that's a little problematic. But I mean, I love my body because of what it can do, like the things that it can accomplish, like it's amazing. However, like, I also, it's a trade-off. Like I can't eat whatever I want and go out and drink and hang out with my friends as much as I want and be absolutely shredded unless I, you know, start throwing up every other day or something like that. You know what I mean? Like there's a balance to it. And I'm somebody where I tend to live in the extremes. You know what I mean? So I'm either just, I'm on like a fucking 2-week binger of everything. And then I go like for 2 weeks with just absolute discipline and like I don't even look at a carb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's rough. Like it's not easy, you know.
I agree.
What about you?
But the other thing that comes out with like Will Smith, everyone commending him for posting that is like everyone talks about what is it, hot boy summer, hot girl summer, like that, and they were like, no, this is sexy summer, because everyone's just like, doesn't matter what you look, everyone's just horny because it's been a full year of people not doing anything because they haven't been in contact, and not really caring at all about their body. And I think it's just it's we have those issues even though we're in CrossFit, but I think CrossFit does still, like, no matter what, you guys are still in a much better shape than a good amount of people. And it's still,
bro, you get that in any sport though. Like literally, like gymnastics, like any sport you go to, you'll find people with it. And I think it just comes down to, we all see our body make these changes and we know that it's possible. Then we become critical of ourselves, you know? Like, you know, the same way people at work can, you know, if they decide to look at their performance, they can find ways to improve. Like, it's no different than anything you put under a microscope can be, you know, critiqued. But this one is just so much more, you just see it a lot more because you see yourself every day, you know?
But yeah, no, you asked me and I was like, I think I just deal with that where it's like, oh, now I can see the glint off of your nose ring.
Oh, I'm glad you can see it now, David.
Where it's just, I think the same as you said, Matt, where it's like, we've seen how skinny we can get. And so now we can also go to a break right now. Uh-oh, Dalton's got diarrhea. And then we also lose and gain weight so fast as men that it's like, it's just 1 week of not eating right can totally screw us up and just make it seem awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'll always think I'm fat even if I'm not categorically like that. I mean, we all are obese compared to, according to BMI.
Fuck the BMI, dude.
I still don't understand how we're obese because of that.
Don't look at it. It's
Why? Tell people, because some people still look at that and freak themselves out. Same with people who are dieting and working out, and I think it's common knowledge for us, but for some people who are dieting, working out, and doing everything and not seeing the number change.
Because the BMI doesn't account for a lot of things. Like, it doesn't account for activity level. It's just it's kind of like like a cookie cutter platform of like, you're this height, you should be this weight. And it's like, no, like my genetics, like I am a thick individual. Like my legs weigh the amount that my body should normally weigh according to the BMI. You know what I mean? Like, but that's just not how I'm built. That's not how my genetics are, you know? Yeah. And like, you can have somebody that is my height, right? So the ideal weight for somebody that's 5'5" is like 135 pounds, right? And you can get two people that are 135 pounds. One is all muscle. The other one has never worked out a day in his life and does nothing but eat junk food. And according to the BMI, the guy with muscle, because muscle weighs more, he's 140 pounds. He's technically obese, while the other person who doesn't work out or take care of themselves at all is technically, to the BMI, like, he's okay. You're healthy.
So basically, fuck the BMI, bro. Just do what you want.
Yeah, I think there's other measurables, and I think the biggest one should be like how you feel. Like,
Well,
if you feel good, like you have good energy levels and you're healthy and everything, then you're great.
Mm-hmm.
But if not, then like, you know, obviously you need to make some changes.
Yep.
But the same, like, how do you explain to someone who's dieting and stuff like that, when you weigh yourself, you may still weigh the same, but the changes are happening?
So I feel like I'm talking a lot. Do you want to talk to this?
No.
Oh. So if, for instance, like for me, like I compete in a weight class sport. That's really the only reason I really would step on a scale. Like, your weight is a good indicator of, you know, if you're losing weight, if you're doing something right. However, it's not the only indicator, right? Like for instance, 155 pounds of fat and 155 pounds of muscle are going to look very different. I think you should use the mirror as more of a gauge than the actual scale, because our bodies, like when we stress out, like we hold water weight, like, you know, maybe you had too much sodium, maybe you're bloated. Like, there's so many things that factor into the weight that you walk around at on a daily basis, that only using that can kind of be bad. Like, it's not that accurate. However, it is a data point that needs to be referenced, but it's not like the end all be all of if your diet's working or not. You know, like, I tell people all the time, if I didn't compete in a weight class sport, I don't think I would really step on a scale, and I would just kind of go based off of like physique check and like looking at my body, you know? Because like right now, so for instance, when I started that RP cut that Dalton referenced earlier, I started at 165 pounds. I'm 165 pounds right now, but I look way better than last time I started my cut. Same weight on the scale, right? So ideally it should be the same person, but so much has changed between then that it's like I look completely different. I look much better than last time I started, you know? But to the scale, the number's the same, and it doesn't tell the entire story.
Yeah, you look crazy ripped.
But Dalton, I mean, like you're someone that you focus on your numbers, but I feel like you work more on you just want to like how you look.
Yeah,
which is what your problem is with your chest.
Yeah, body image. I just want to like, if I could, the reason why like I bulked was just to try and get my chest bigger, just kind of slowly build up muscle there, and it didn't work to where I expected it, and then it got out of hand. So I've noticed that since I've gained weight, when I first started in January 1st, I was 189 pounds, the heaviest I've ever been. Heavy. I looked thick. I was thick. I felt good. I like being that like that because I was working out hard. I still had muscle, but it was just a little bit more jiggly on the tummy. You know what I mean? And then I cut down all the way to like 175, and I just realized I was like, oh, okay, so there's a difference in cutting too fast. So I didn't let my body settle at a certain weight. So I didn't let my body settle at 189. I cut down to 175 within a few months, and then I was like, oh, this is not the same look as the first time I cut, you know? And so it's just a lot of learning experiences. I don't really know if I answered your question, but I just thought about it, so I started talking about it.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
No, I thank you for going through that. I mean, like I thought that was like a perfect thing, especially us being, you guys, all of us being CrossFitters, doing CrossFit, dealing with like, we are in better shape, but that doesn't mean we're still like happy with where we are, you know?
Yeah. Always work for something more though.
But there's an article I found this week that I thought was really, really funny. I want Dalton to pull it up first.
Do you need the mouse or no?
And I still want both of you to kind of look through it and read through it together. But it's called The 5 Biggest Mistakes That Make You Unlikable, according to Benjamin Franklin.
Does Dalton do all of these? Is that why you're making us
No,
read it?
you'll see.
All right. Do you want me to go through them?
No, both of you go through them.
All right. I didn't know if you wanted me just to look at it or what. Take your remote.
It's called the mouse. All right. Go with number 1, Dalton.
Don't correct me.
What's the first thing, Dalton?
Number 1. I'll read the whole thing. Talking too much. People love entertaining company. They do not love people who become a chaos of noise and nonsense. Franklin insists, describe self-involved chatterbirds who interrupt one another at every turn and watch with the utmost impatience for a cough or a pause when they may crowd a word in edgeways. Neither hears nor cares what the other says, but both talk on at my rate. Both talk on at my
At any rate.
At any rate. That's the word I was missing.
Asking too many questions while taking an interest in others is great. Interrogating them isn't. How do you make sure you're on the right side of this line? ? Franklin claims that problems begin when your questions are designed to discover secrets and expose the mistakes of others. All right, what's number 3?
Number
Dalton?
3, storytelling. Being able to weave a compelling yarn sounds like a good thing, and it is. But Franklin warns his readers against developing canned stories and trotting them out again and again, or going into excess details that interest the teller far more than the listener.
Debating. Number 4. Franklin's description of those who love to argue is hilariously contemporary. Say whatever you will, they'll be sure to contradict you. And if you go about to give your reasons for your opinion, however just they be, or however modestly proposed, you throw them into a rage and passion. Though perhaps they are wholly unacquainted with the affair and you have made yourself a master of it, it is no matter. The more ignorant they are, you still find them the more positive. He wrote describing someone you could have encountered on Facebook last week. And last but not least,
misjudging. Franklin likens humor to salt. A little What's this? I need to turn this.
A little give conversation flavor.
A little gives conversation flavor. Too much makes it unpalatable. So only make jokes you know will land. He advised hundreds of years before cancel culture was a thing and never mocked natural infirmities, unavoidable misfortunes, defects, and deformities of any kind.
So Ben Franklin would have hated this podcast.
Ben Franklin would hate us. He would hate us.
Absolutely.
You probably still listen, though, because we're fucking cool as shit.
You guys are pretty funny. No, that's what I was like. There's tinges of all of you, both of you in
1,000%.
there, all of us in there.
I do all
Oh
those
yeah. Oh yeah.
But I think it's when you put all 5 of those things together,
Yeah.
then
You have
you're a
drummer.
really terrible person.
Yeah. I didn't think I was a bad guy, but now I might
But
be.
now I think I'm a bad guy.
Okay.
But yeah, let's give everyone a break. Cool.
All right, welcome back, you guys. We are doing what is slowly becoming our favorite segment, which is this.
Hold on. Who set these up?
You, literally you.
I didn't put these mics up. I just set these mics up.
Oh, it was me. It was me.
Makes sense.
Literally me.
Oh, so take it again.
All right, welcome back, everybody, and we are going to be diving into what is slowly becoming our favorite segment. You
Yeah.
know, we like all creepy things here. Well, maybe not like. That's a strong word.
I like them.
I'm indifferent.
You're fascinated by it.
Fascinated by creepy things. And so when we found out about this haunted video game a couple of weeks ago, started telling you the story. So we're going to dive straight into Ben Drowned Part 3.
Part 3, guys. Oh my god.
All right, Dalton, pick us up. Where do we recap? Where do we leave off with this person? Do you remember?
I can't really say. Do you remember more of it?
Not really. I just remember it ended with
He had gone back the next day.
he became a Zora, right?
Yeah.
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 Oh, okay.
Yes.
Now it's coming to
Okay,
me.
yes, yes,
He went back to see the old man. The house was still for sale, and he was gone. The neighbor talks to him, and then all of a sudden they find out about this kid that lived on the street that passed away at a really young age. The kid's name was Ben. So then he goes home, and now he feels like I need to do this for Ben. So he starts playing this game. All this weird stuff happens.
He's got the horse. He's got the 3 of them standing out in the field.
He runs to the field, and there's the 3 of them, and the happy masked salesman. His head is following him
But his
wherever he
body's staying
goes.
the same way. He just
And then
slowly.
you have the skull kid or whatever. He's like turned around facing another direction. And then all of a sudden he teleports to this like beach, and he gets this Zora. He becomes a Zora, which is like the water outfit, whatever.
And the Zoro transformation is really creepy, but turns out that's just the normal Zoro transformation.
Yeah, it's just naturally,
it's
it's normally creepy.
fucking weird.
He gets in the water, starts swimming towards this thing in the water, and then all of a sudden he stops the swimming animation, starts walking, and then he turns around and he starts walking. All of a sudden the little statue of Link pops up again with that like just
Underwater.
and then all of a sudden in that Zora suit he drowns.
He starts drowning, and Zoras don't drown underwater.
Zoras don't drown.
And for a slight moment, it flickered, and the little fake statue smiled, and it was black.
Yeah.
So
And then when he went back to the loading screen, the 2 files were now Ben Drowned. That's what they were titled as.
So now we know
Ben Drowned.
Ben drowned. And now this guy is starting to get really, really creeped out at this point. He's just tired of being so curious, but curious to where he kind of just, that's his fault, is like he's too curious, doesn't want to stop playing because he feels like something's going to happen.
Yeah.
So now we're going to read his third post.
And so this was back in 2010. So that day that we just talked about was September 8th. And
there's videos for all this, guys. So David's gonna make sure he puts the links in all the videos.
I'm gonna go put them back in all of the past 2 videos, and then this one will have the links for all 3 videos.
Yeah. So check them out because this is all evidence.
You know what we could do? We could just use the creepypasta link.
Yeah, but then they'll read it all.
Then that'll let them read it all.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. I see. Okay.
We want them to stay.
I'll
with
just put
us.
the YouTube link.
So the last one was September 8th. This post 3 is coming September 10th. So it's a couple days after that one. So me and Dalton are gonna kind of go back and forth here. This is the shortest one we've done so far. So we're probably just gonna read it and kind of react as we go, and then kind of describe the video because he doesn't go into too much detail in this one.
Do you want to start off, or do you want me to start off?
Sure, whatever.
Okay. You read the second paragraph then.
Cool.
Oh wait, the second paragraph's shorter.
Okay.
You read the first paragraph.
All right.
But give me like some fucking...
I know it's early in the morning. I've stayed up all night. I can't sleep. I don't care if people see this. That's not the point. I just want the word to get spread so I don't suffer for nothing. I've lost the will to type about this. The less I dwell on this, the better. I think the video just speaks for itself. I did what you guys told me to do. I played the Elegy of Emptiness song at the first prompt by the game I was given. But I think that's what the game, or Ben, in parentheses, Jesus Christ, I can't believe I'm even humoring the absurd idea that he exists in this game, close parentheses, wanted me to do. He's following me now, not just in the game. He's in my dreams. I see him all the time, behind my back, just watching me. Having gone to any of my classes, I've stayed in my dorm room with the windows closed and the blinds shut. That way I know he can't watch me, but he still gets me when I play. When I play, he can still see me. The game is scaring me now. It talked to me for the first time, not just using text that's already in the game. It spoke to me, talked to me. It referenced Ben. It talked to me. I don't know what it means. I don't know what it wants. I never wanted this. I just want my old life back.
Stuff like this doesn't happen to people like me. I'm just a kid, not even old enough to drink yet. It's not fair. I want to go home. I want to see my parents again. I'm so far away from home here at this school. I just want to hug my mom again. I just want to forget that the statue's horrible blank face. My original game file is back, just the way I left it before. It was gone. I don't want to play anymore. I feel like something bad will happen if I don't, but that's impossible. It's a video game. Haunted or not, it can't hurt me, right? Like, seriously though, it can't, right? That's what I keep telling myself, but every time I think about it, I'm not so sure.
So then the video that
dude, this is by far
this is the creepiest video.
But how'd you feel after just reading the post?
Bro, he's frantic.
Okay, so what I'm starting to understand is the statue is Ben. The statue that keeps following him around, that is basically Ben in video game form.
Yeah, so he's like what's the word I'm looking for? Reincarnated himself.
Yes.
As this Link statue, and it's following him. That's why it's always Ben.
But here's what I'm thinking, and this is just us throwing shit out there, but Ben was a kid. There's no way he could have reprogrammed this in the game. But maybe this was his favorite video game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe he puts hours and hours and time into this one video game. And this is just like
what
him,
he manifested
himself in. That's where his spirit went, right? He's frantic. He's trying to figure stuff out. But what I've realized is he's legitimately going crazy.
Yeah. This guy needs to get out of his room and go see people and interact with other humans, because like
the fact that he's seeing Ben,
he's locked up in his own head. Like, and I don't want to downplay anybody that's had an experience like this. Again, Dalton and I, you guys have, if you haven't listened to our October episodes, go listen to them. We've experienced a lot of things that I know a lot of people don't believe, and that's fine. But I know how it is to be caught up in your own head and your own mind for situations that may or may not happen.
Yeah. Based
off of, something that is questionable in reality, right? But and then that's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, dang, this guy just needs to get out of the room.
Yeah.
But then now watching the fucking video,
dude, the video it's beyond what it should be. It's so intense. The music is still playing backwards. It keeps sending him to the beginning of the game, but really he's finished the game. Is what it shows for all the trophies and stuff. Is that
all the text that's showing up.
All the texts that are showing up. The texts are still jumbled. They tell him, like, what he does is he starts to play a song.
So it sends him to the very beginning of the game.
Very beginning of the game.
Even though the save file says it's the end of the game.
yes.
And so it plays out really normally. Like really normally, as if the game was nothing wrong with it.
Uh-huh.
But then he gets stuck.
Yeah.
In a weird position.
Stuck in a weird position.
And all he can do is pull out his ocarina.
It's like Matthew said it really well. It's like the game was mocking him. Like, it was just mocking him over and over again for being so scared and doing all this stuff. And it was bringing up really odd things. And there were texts that were coming up that were jumbled again, like the last video. And I could see why this guy is starting to get really freaked out, because this isn't about a video game anymore. Like, it's not. Like, this isn't like Bloodborne. This isn't like Resident Evil where it's scary visually. Like, it's scary mentally. Like, it's fucking you up from the inside, because it doesn't care about the game at this point. Like, you're not playing it to beat a level. You're playing it because you don't legitimately know what's going to happen. There's no point. There's no like proper resolution to this. It's just go. And so you don't know when it's going to end.
And I think the creepiest thing is the very beginning, like it shows this like title screen and then it says like a journey of inseparable friends or something like that.
Yeah,
like it
some
references that. He ends up in the, like David said, in the beginning of the game, and then he ends up seeing the Skull Kid or whatever, which is the beginning of the game. But then at some point when Dalton was referencing, they were mocking him. Like at one point it starts doing all this weird animation, and then you see Link like kind of hunched over, walking around like he's losing his mind, like he's going crazy, like on the floor, kind of holding his head, like.
And you got to think like, was the game watching him? Like, does he feel like he's being mocked because he was doing those same things in his room by himself?
Yeah, and it's just like he goes through all that, and then all of a sudden he appears. You get this weird like
he plays the song. Remember,
he plays the song backwards, and then
he plays the Elegy of Emptiness.
Yes.
So the song that is for the statue.
Yeah.
And then after he does that, there's a text that says you shouldn't have done that, and then all of a sudden it becomes this weird. Dream-like sequence of him, like, is he not falling?
He falls into like one of the holes in the game, and he's down at the bottom there.
At the bottom, and then he goes over and he sees this tomb or this like stone in the ground, and he goes and he's like supposed to read it. He has no items or anything, so he reads it, and all it says is you shouldn't have done that. Then he goes and he does something else, and the text pops up.
He opens the chest.
Opens the chest. You shouldn't have done that. And then everything he does from that point on is just continuously
saying you shouldn't have done that. He goes into the what is that? The sales,
the happy mask salesman.
He gets
transported to the Hyrule Castle,
which is a different game.
It's a different game completely.
So he gets transported to Ocarina of Time. And there's this giant seal-looking thing, an owl-looking thing that says you shouldn't have done that. Then he ends up at the Happy Mask shop, and he goes to read something, talks to the mask salesman. He says you shouldn't have done that.
And it's just at this point imagine you're playing this game, and this is like just coming out of nowhere. Like this is completely different than everything he's already played, right? Like he hasn't been here before, he hasn't done any of this before. This is all new to him, but he's also spent hours going through this, like being mind fucked.
Yeah, and then after he talks to the Happy Mask salesman, the screen goes blank. It like freezes. Dude. Some weird noises happen. It goes blank, and then text pops up, and it just says Ben is getting lonely. And then you end up in this open field, all green, tree in the distance. So you start running, and it's quiet. There's no music playing at this point, right? So then you run up to the tree, and you kind of start, you're waiting there looking around like you're not sure what you're supposed to do. And then all of a sudden you turn around.
And the music starts again.
The music starts playing backwards.
And then all of a sudden it's you and Ben, which is that little Link statue just appears, right? But this time there's no animation of him appearing. It's just there.
Yeah.
And then a couple seconds later, all of a sudden it's closer and it's closer. And then all of a sudden
and then your camera zooms in. Instead of you being on the background of Link, you zoom into the like first hand looking at him, and then after that, it zooms to the masked salesman when he's pissed. It's shaking Link's hand, and he has this like nasty snarl on his face. And then the screen goes black again, and then the text appears that says, "You'll be given one last chance." And then before the loading screen happens, it says, "Back to where it all began. Come play with us." Then it says dawn of the final day, 24 hours left. And then the opening of the game starts with Nintendo 64. Yeah. The whole console restarts.
And then we go back to the two files that are there, and it's the two files in the original, which are Link, his original file, and then Ben. Bro, what the fuck?
Dude, and I know he's going to play it again.
He has to.
Also, because there is a part 4.
There's part 4, 5, 6.
This is. I don't even know. Like, I don't even know if it's possible to program a game like this.
Would you play it,
bro? Yes.
Would you? I would. Fuck. Not turn it off. I'd have no problem.
Fucking second.
Nope.
Oh my god, I'd be so entertained, and I'd probably go crazy like this guy. I would be so scared. Can you imagine going to play a game that was like your childhood favorite, turning into your worst nightmare?
Yeah, I don't know why you want to play that.
Because When's the next time you're gonna play a game that's haunted?
I have no desire. I don't want to do anything.
Probably
haunted.
never, because the game might kill you.
Well, we'll find out.
I guess.
And you got to think. You start to think like, okay, well, Ben drowned, and then he's here. Like, what if someone's just letting him play the game through, and then they're gonna drown him? The next battle is gonna be what's his face drowned. You know what I mean? And then it just keeps going in. There's more links that pop in, more statue links, and the game just keeps traveling. It's like a Ouija board, right? Like when you give it to somebody, try to throw it out, it just pops right back.
That's creepy.
Right? Like it just keeps coming.
Did he just solve the whole thing? Is that what it is?
No.
No. Okay. Cool. All right. No,
It's a thought.
No, that's fine. No, I just normally your thoughts are usually pretty accurate. So I wasn't sure if it had gone through. So
Tune in next week.
tune in next week, you guys.
Oh fuck! Don't stop reading. Stop. Get out of there.
I
Get out of
I
there.
just want to finish it.
Nope.
I know. I want to finish it too.
But let's move on. So we want to thank everyone that helped us out this past month.
Yes, thank you for all of your help and purchases.
Every single one.
and using the code. We appreciate it. We love you guys.
Much love. Thank you for this experiment.
But you know what? I don't think we were quite ready for that sponsored life yet. So we're gonna go back to
Yeah, we're maybe done with Manscaped for a little while, but
we got
you
some
know
new
what?
products.
The fact that we were sponsored by Manscaped made
Pretty
a couple different companies start calling.
Absolutely.
So we got some more ads.
Yes,
Yeah,
we do.
We got some new ads for
we
you.
would charge some attention, I would say.
So Matt, you wanna give us that first ad read?
Absolutely. Let me open this up so I can properly.
No. You open it
Oh.
up after.
Oh, I thought I was looking it up and then going
Nope.
for it. All right, you guys. So
Did you forget how this went?
what's up?
Did you forget how this went?
Yeah.
This is our first segment.
Well, no, the last one we did, I got to open it and look at it.
Yeah, that's not this one.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
There's a different theme for these ones.
Okay. All right, you guys. So I want you to think about one of your favorite pastimes. Just eating Go-Gurt, right?
Wow.
And now I want you to think about the time that you accidentally ate your Go-Gurt too fast and it got on your hands and you kind of rubbed it in your hair.
Oh no.
Now I want you to just take your hand and go to that spot, and I just want you to feel. Do you notice that it's a little thicker than the rest of your head? Now you may be wondering why, but I have the product for you. A touch of yogurt shampoo. Not too much, not too little, just a touch. And what that's going to do is going to help you regenerate your hair growth. You might be wondering how I have so much hair on my head. It's actually grown back about like 20% since I've started using just a touch of yogurt shampoo. It comes in all flavors: vanilla, honey, original. Don't get that one. Low fat. But this allows for the hair growth to just continue to regenerate, and it really takes... It basically is a time machine for your head, and it brings it back to a younger you when you had a full head of hair.
Wow.
So go ahead and use code A Touch of Shampoo so I can have hair like Matt Drumm at www.atouchofyogurtshampoo.com.
That's all the code?
Yeah, all caps. Make sure you use all caps on this one.
That's so much cap.
All right, so go ahead and go to www.atouchofyogurtshampoo.com and use code I want hair like Matt Drumm, and you guys can have full luscious hair just like mine.
The longest code I've ever heard in my life. But I will use it. You really that was a good one.
That was
man.
a good one. Did you check it out?
No, can I look at it now?
Yeah, you can look at it now.
Wow, it really is just yogurt.
No, it's shampoo.
Adult.
Failed products, adult baby food, purple
No,
ketchup.
that's the wrong one.
Huh? What are you talking
A
about?
touch of yogurt shampoo.
Yeah. It's on this website called...
Oh yeah.
All those
Oh yeah.
interested
No, just
.com.
look at the picture. Just look at the picture.
Oily hair formula. New. Touch
So-
of yogurt shampoo.
Okay, but if you look at that bottle,
Yeah, that's a penis.
It does have a
It's a
the
penis.
penis.
farm.
Yeah, the silo. How did this get passed?
It has a little pee-pee.
also, so a lot of people
With bush.
like you a little bit couldn't figure out if there was actual yogurt in
Did they
this
try eating
shampoo.
it?
Yep.
Did they really?
Yes.
And
bad
was there
move.
yogurt?
No.
It's just shampoo.
Oh, it's just like, it's because it looks like yogurt.
I guess, or it like tastes like it's.
I just don't understand the
it's-
point of the name.
It
if it's
smells
not-
like yogurt or something.
Save. Okay, I'm gonna read the actual ad that they have.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can make it bigger. Save twice with Clairol Touch of Yogurt shampoo.
Oh, it does
It contains
contain
real yogurt, so it's enriched with natural organic protein. Get the $17.95 Contempora Big Batch Yogurt Maker for only $9.95. And save 20 cents on Clairol Touch of Yogurt shampoo, the 16-ounce size.
Yeah, so that's the thing. People read real yogurt and they were like,
How old is this ad?
it's pretty old. But yeah,
like it was made
that's a Touch of
freaking
Yogurt
1930s.
shampoo. Dalton, you want to give us our next one?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
All right, guys.
I switched it for you.
I hope this goes the way I think it's going to go.
Now, there was a time where I too was a child and I too was a baby. I remember specifically 2.5 years old. I was lying in my mom's arms and I was hungry, but not too hungry. And I said, Mama, Mama,
Yes, sweetie.
can you give me some Gerber? And she said, we have too much, honey. And I went, no.
I only have multiples of 3.
And she goes, but we do have something new. And then she presented to me Gerber Singles. And basically what Gerber Singles is, it's baby food for one meal. It's basically just Gerber baby food, but just a little bit smaller. But if you eat them all, it makes you a little stronger. So listen here. This ad is going south. But I'm going to keep going. I explained it the wrong way. But what I'm trying to say is Gerber Singles makes your life happier, makes your life healthier, and it's for your baby, not for you.
Do we have a code? Do we have a code?
Oh, yeah. For your code in all caps, Gerber Single Baby. And on GerberSinglesBaby.com. It's great. You get 30% off and 50% off shipping.
All right, that was a pretty decent one, but I think you'll like. I think you'll like the actual product better.
Ew. Gerber Singles fail after single shaming people without partners. It's for single parents.
Oh my God.
Do you see the picture?
Yeah.
Can you read out some of those flavors?
Oh, this is disgusting.
Beef Burgundy.
Creamed beef and
Blueberry
blueberry delight.
What was that other one say? Caribbean what? Caribbean
Caribbean marbles,
something.
maples.
No,
I totally thought you were gonna read that and be like, oh, Singles Gerber. These are gonna be like
a baby
like,
dating app.
No.
Oh.
No, what?
A baby that's a player.
No,
baby dating
no,
app.
like singles, like music, like baby singles, like a baby's just making music.
Oh, that's a good one
Yeah, I thought you
too.
could do that.
I love that.
No, this was
That's
Gerber's.
so fucking mean.
This is Gerber's adult line of food.
Oh, it's not even for babies.
It's not. This is for adults.
The fact that this is a
for
real thing.
college kids and single people living on their own.
It's just a full meal in a jar.
It's,
Like they do for Gerber babies.
It's like, yeah, it's like baby food, but like,
That's disgusting. Why would you? I don't even.
because people like eating baby food.
Babies don't even look like they like eting baby food.
I mean, I've watched Brooksy try and eat it, and
Hey,
I
he
feel
looks
bad for
disgusting. He
him.
goes like this.
He goes, "Why does Mom always give me sweet potatoes?" And I go, "I don't know, Brooks.
Oh god, I just slip him a Snickers bar real quick.
Poor Bubba. He's going through it."
But yeah, get your Gerber Singles now. Matt, go ahead with that next
Yeah,
one.
have fun saying that word.
Rejuvenique face mask.
Wow. I was not going to go there.
He had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say
Let's
that.
hear it.
See, I feel like I'm the worst one for this one, but that might make me the best one. You know, guys, I've done a lot of face masks in my time, and it always leaves my skin not really feeling the greatest. I tried a 24 karat gold face mask at one point. I tried some charcoal face masks, and you know, contrary to popular belief, my skin felt more dry.
Oh.
And you know, when you see the commercials of, you know, people like washing their face, that moment when the water hits their face and their skin glistens and it looks rejuvenated, didn't happen then, but that is done now. Because with the Rejuvenique face mask, it is literally a tidal wave into your pores, and it's going to moisturize and soothe any type of rash, ailment, and actually blackheads run away from it.
No way.
They do. All pimples do. Acne doesn't exist when you use Rejuvenique face mask. So not only will you look great, you'll feel great, but you'll also be confident. So go to www.rejuveniquefacemask.com and use code I don't like 24 karat gold face masks and get 20% off and free shipping there.
Matt, your codes are so long.
It's been a long day, dude. How close was I though?
You'll see.
I was off. Anytime David says that, I'm so off.
He goes, "You'll see. You'll see."
Is it a hockey face mask?
Oh my God.
Oh, it's a facial toning mask. This is frightening.
This is terrifying.
Explain it.
This is one of my
Explain
biggest.
it.
Okay, so it is literally like a face mask,
Like a porcelain.
porcelain mask
It's a porcelain mask.
with 2 holes for the eyes, and then it has this like electric cord running down the bottom of it to this like controller of some kind that I'm assuming.
And I'm guessing it's like a blue light action.
Operates off of a 9-volt battery.
Yeah. So does that give you more of an idea what it does?
Yeah, it gives you radiation.
Oh, I guess so face mask 26 gold-plated contacts tone skin with light energy pulsation.
So Matt, you remember that thing you got from China?
My sexual therapy stimulator?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is that.
Does that for your face?
For your face.
Fuck that, dude. So for those of you that don't know, I bought this what are they called?
VHS video instructions.
Nice.
Muscle stimulator?
Yeah, so it's muscle. So basically, you put these pads on your muscles, and it comes, and you can change the electricity, and it basically sends like electricity into your body, and it's supposed to help your recovery. So I didn't want to pay the $200 you have to pay for out here. So a buddy of ours found a bunch on Alibaba Express. So we bought them. They were like $8. They finally get here about 2 months later. We get them and they come with this list of instructions that don't make sense. But at the very top, the only like English word says it's supposed to say sexual therapy stimulator, but they spelled therapy wrong. So it said sexual therapy stimulator. And there were 3 modes. There was poke mode, punch mode, and wave mode. Wave mode just fucking opened the gates and it was just like all the electricity all at once. It was terrifying.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah. So I don't want that on my face.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Wow,
So-
that's fucking wild.
If you're not looking at the picture, look at the picture because it's pretty wild.
It
Yeah.
is. That is.
I would not.
something else.
This reminds me of like how Goosebumps would start. Like you put
Yeah.
it on, then you can't get it off.
Yeah.
It gets stuck to your head.
Yeah, that hell no.
Dalton, give us our last one, baby.
Wow, so manly.
Hey, pretty lady. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. You smell so good.
Thank you. I'm using Harley Davidson's perfumes. It actually just smells like Harley Davidson leather. All the women want it, and you're gonna get it if you like it enough. You want to hear the roar of thunder of the fucking the gas, the pedal, put the pedal to the metal, motherfucker. You're gonna fucking get it in this perfume, bitch. It's gonna slap you in the face like the fucking Stone Cold Stunner, like fucking Got the Rock. It's gonna make you go wild and just go nuts in your butts. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have all the girls want to ride on the back of your pony. You know what I mean? You're Metal Express. You're a metal monster. You are the one. You are metal. Harley Davidson perfumes. If you want it now, use promo code Harley Davidson perfumes. It's the shit. It's metal rockin', bitch. And with that thing, you get 50% off and 100% free. Thank you.
50% off what if it's already 100% free?
You'll figure it out.
Oh, shit.
It's metal, brother.
That was a really good ad read, man.
Oh, it is a men's fragrance.
It is
I did not.
cologne by Harley
I
Davidson.
wonder why they call it perfume.
Should buy it for grandpa.
Ooh, so 5-star ratings, 9.9 out of 10, based off of 8
Please
ratings.
read the ratings.
That was just your best Brandon impression, though.
Yeah, pretty much. That's where I was going. Let's see. Do they have like someone talking about it?
No comments.
So
okay. Here we go. Fragrance quality 9.8. Bottle design 10. Overall satisfaction 9.9.
The woman love it. You gotta have it.
All right, perfume notes pyramid.
Okay,
So it opens up with some open top notes or citrus,
Oh, this person like
some greens.
analyzes it.
yeah.
The at the heart of it all, though, the center notes is very woody. So think of your cedar.
That's where I was
cedar
going, yeah,
wood,
cedar
and
wood.
like maybe some
Cypress.
It's a street. Yeah, cypress.
Cypress.
And then like you get a hint of like some deep bass notes of it's kind of it's also kind of woody. You know, it's like patchouli and sandalwood. You know, and do you get fragrance odor or do you get a sensation? Well, you know what? It's pretty much a both. And like, you know, your sensations are fresh, calming, natural, exotic, elegant, light, uplifting, bright, pure, and soft.
You doing the whole alphabet or something?
Bro, it's literally all this information on this fucking.
It says
cologne.
legendary Harley Davidson perfume.
All right. Well, thank you, boys.
That
Thank
is
you, boys.
wild.
So
That's
if you
great.
couldn't figure out, the theme of all of these ads this week were failed
Fake.
products.
Oh,
As we are failed
Products
of
that
our own.
just came out and did not
you know, I really
strike
think
a chord.
I really think the Harley Davidson cologne was just before its time.
I feel like
think
Harley
it would do
Davidson
well
smell
now?
good. I want to buy it low key just to smell it.
I'm sure you can find it.
Oh yeah, I'm
I'm sure on eBay you can
I
find
really
it.
hope no one actually tried it.
1,000%.
Which was the worst one on here?
The Gerber Singles.
Yeah,
for
that's-
sure.
that's
That
so
just is
fucked.
torture.
That is fucked, dude. That is fucked.
Torture.
I hate that.
Well, is that what you're squaring up this week? Is that what you're squaring up with this week, Dalton?
This week I'm squaring up with just so sometimes I have problems like getting on task. And I've been really trying to like stay focused. You know, I'm done with school, but there's still so much I have to do. So I'm really trying just to stay focused and get on it. And I just get so fucking distracted so fast. And I get really mad at myself. So I'm kind of squaring up with just me having a hard time focusing. But I've been using my tomato timer, and that's been really helping.
Bro, that tomato, I use it all day to day at work. It's the best.
What are you squaring up with?
I am squaring up with my monthly challenge that we keep forgetting about. And I'm actually doing it.
Oh,
So,
nice.
Yeah, so I'm going to loop those two together. So my monthly challenge, if you guys don't remember, was to cut out caffeine. So we're going to go back to the first day. May 1st, failed. I had caffeine. So I started.
That's all ours, go.
So I started May 2nd. And then I realized I had a terrible like headache. I just was lethargic. And then day 2.
What does lethargic mean?
Sleepy. And like
Sluggish,
and like
slow.
cloudy headed, right?
Right on,
so
right
then
on,
day
right on.
2 comes around, so it's Monday, right? And on my sales call for work, like I'm just out of it, like I'm just not feeling it, and I'm like, damn, I still have this super bad headache, like it's super miserable, and I'm like, okay, maybe I need to like wean myself off it as opposed to just cutting cold turkey, right? And then I started reading some articles about like your adrenal glands can get fucked up if you just go cold turkey, so like also kind of scared me into it. Adrenal glands.
Oh.
So what I did and what I've been doing is I calculated how much caffeine I have in a day. I've cut it in half, and that's my daily intake, which is literally probably like literally half of what I would take before. But I get it all in like one cup as opposed to spreading it out, right? And
So how much is that exactly? How much caffeine were you normally having in a day?
Yeah.
I would probably have anywhere from like 300 to 400 milligrams a day.
So that's your like 100%
Yeah.
of what your body should be having.
Yeah. And so now half of that is like 150, 200.
So you
right?
drink half a bang.
No, what I've been doing is I'll either drink like a Monster because that'll have half, or I'll have like 1 cup of coffee.
Yeah.
And like trying to make that like until the 15th is kind of my goal. Like when I get to the 15th, from there I'll go all the way to 0. So I'm gonna go like in halves. But I dropped the ball on a sales call. Like I've just been super exhausted. I've just been doing some idiotic shit just because like I didn't realize how dependent I was on it, man. Like
It's crazy,
you know
man.
what I
It's a
mean?
drug.
So
You gotta slam like a water when that happens.
bro, I'm trying everything, dude.
You know, David talks about slamming a water bottle in the morning when he wakes up. So when I woke up the other morning, I drank the whole Nalgene, and I was like, I just gotta pee a lot. This isn't helpful.
It wakes you up. It gets your mind going.
I was mid meditation. I was like, I gotta piss.
Yeah.
But you were already awake at that point.
I'm always awake when I wake up.
Okay.
I don't have like
I'm
a
not.
sleepy state.
I'll like
I'm
if
not.
I
I need-
wake up in the middle of my REM cycle, like I'm like fighting just to get out of bed. If I just grab that water and down it, I'll be like, all right, okay, I'm up.
The good thing though is that my sleep is already so much better, and today is like we're recording this on happy Cinco de Mayo, guys.
Oh, Cinco de Mayo, shit.
I was doing them all.
Revenge of the 5th.
Yes, Revenge of the 5th.
Oh, how do we freaking forget?
I don't know, man.
Jesus.
But I feel much better today. I still feel like lethargic and everything, but I'm not as bad as I have in the last couple of days. So I'm excited for that. But man, just like this whole week has been a pain in the ass. So I'm squaring up
man.
with this entire
And
week.
this
for
has
you.
been your best sales week of all time. So
Yes.
imagine if you,
for you, man.
weren't dropping the ball.
Hey, I'm really proud of you.
Thanks, bro.
I'm proud of you too.
Jeez, we squaring up with this week, man.
I'm squaring up with something called your ulnar nerve. Fucked up.
I feel like you're trying to say a sentence, but you just mumbled it. You're on a nerve.
No,
What
so
is-
you
what is
have
that? Where
two
is that?
nerves that run through your hand.
Okay.
Right? There's one nerve that has to deal with carpal tunnel.
Okay.
That runs through your thumb, your first finger, and your middle finger. The other nerve.
So your pinky's just fucking
The
going.
other nerve runs into your ring finger and your pinky finger. They both come from your neck and they go all the way down.
Oh, that's cool.
I have not been able. I have felt
Uh-oh.
different varying degrees of numbness in my ring finger and pinky finger for about a month now.
Are you stretching your
that
neck?
nerve is just getting like cut out. You probably are super tight, like
You
right
need to
here.
stretch. Are
No,
you working
yeah,
like this?
It's a little bit of that, but it's also, and I'm realizing it now more as I'm stretching it and like being mindful of it. I changed my desk up. is that I've got my hand on my mouse, but it needs to be loose to move my mouse. So if I've got my hand on this mouse on my right side, all of my weight is set on my elbow on my left side.
Yes.
And it's higher, so it's not the 90 degrees it needs to be, but also it's on my elbow. So I've just been compressing that nerve or shifting it or something.
You're the second person I've heard of this happening to. So I remember my buddy Daniel, his bass teacher, would drive with his window down and he would have his arm out the window. Same thing. He said he started like having like he wasn't able to move these fingers like he needed to when he was playing the bass.
And I noticed it when I was using my phone, but I was like, oh, it must just be because I'm using my phone a lot, or I don't know.
Yeah.
But it finally started bugging me when I tried like playing guitar again, like more than just offhanded. I was like, I need to start practicing again. And I just couldn't feel my ring or pinky finger. And I was like, I can't play this if I don't know what I'm hitting. Or it just like sounds like shit.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy how much ergonomics actually come into handy when like I'm actually buying a whole new keyboard that's shaped like this instead of being shaped like this, because trying to type like this hurts.
I saw this guy, he had this like weird like these two double mouses. You know what I'm talking about?
No, you talked about this.
No, not the keyboard. I know
not the keyboard.
No, not the keyboard
separated.
with the no. You know what I'm talking about?
Not the double
keyboard.
keyboard.
We talked about this.
No. We did not. So
not on the pod. We only talked about the keyboard on the pod.
I'm not talking about the keyboard. I'm talking about the two mouses where he like pushes two buttons and then he can type. See, I told you I've never told you guys this. I'll have to find the video and send it to you, but it's like fucking insane. But
that sounds wild.
Dalton, what is your woe dude?
My woe dude is fucking Bad Batch on Disney Plus. Star Wars. Yes, the first episode, and it is so good. And I was so happy, and I love the direction they're going with it. It's gonna fill in so many questions that I have, and I'm just so excited for the animated series. Dave Filoni, he's a freaking god, and I'm so happy that I'm living in this time period to witness Dave Filoni doing what he does best, and I'm so blessed. It is seriously an amazing show, and I've never been so impressed. Everything was so much better. It's crazy, dude.
Hell yeah.
The direction, the characters, the design, the artwork, oh my god, it was great. It was so good. So good. Matt, what's your woe dude, bitch?
I'm going to loop this in with something else too.
Okay.
My woe dude is actually that, so I found out that we all have a friend, her name's Carla. She went to CSU Channel Islands, and she had a roommate there whose name is Alyssa. And I've met Alyssa. I've hung out with her twice. I've never hit it off quicker with somebody than Alyssa. Like, we just got along. Like, it's not even like we hung out and like talked, but just like being around her, I just enjoyed it. Like, she's just so much fun. She listens to the podcast.
Oh, hell yeah.
So shouty touty, Alyssa. And
shouty touty Carla.
And shouty touty Carla.
And shouty touty Carla.
Of course. I love Carla. She's literally my favorite person.
Thank you guys for your support.
But yeah, like that. So I found that out, and which is cool. And then I don't know. It still blows my mind that people actually listen to this, and like, so it's just kind of cool to like, it's somebody that I've met a handful of times. But like, she has this crazy fitness journey that she's on, like all this stuff.
That's
and like,
beautiful.
We still support each other. Like, I'll message her like, hell yeah, you look great. Like, you're doing awesome. Like, keep it up, you know? So like, it's relationships like that like, I don't know. I just enjoy them, like thoroughly enjoy them.
That's dope.
So,
that's awesome.
But yeah. So David, what's your woe dude?
Oh, I just had it right now. My woe dude.
Don't just spread your hair around.
I didn't throw it. No, I didn't throw it.
I saw you go.
I was twisting and then I just let go.
I was watching the whole time.
Yank it. No, I just had it, and then you got me with Carla's friend and her. My woe dude is that Dogecoin is shooting back up.
Hell yeah.
Everyone keep your eyes out on it. You know, it's going to be going
Saturday.
It's going to be going up and down, so just, you know, be careful with it.
It's a great dog and a great coin.
Just ride it to the moon.
But it's 65% right now, so
that's wild.
I love it, baby.
Hell yeah.
Matt, what gets you stoked this week, boy?
I got two things.
There's a lot.
Do we have the same stoked?
Is it the comp?
No.
Okay.
There was a lot that got stoked this week. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have two things. Well, what's yours? Because I don't want to take yours. Oh no, it's not mine. Okay.
Why isn't that yours?
Because
so that you can have yours, Dalton.
I mean, I can
I
take
gotta
it
make
if you
sure I
want.
have his name right.
Let's go.
So the first one is that there was a CrossFit competition this weekend that I went to, and a bunch of our members went there. Shouty Touty, you're gonna have to help me. I'm gonna forget somebody. Annalise,
3
Carbar,
teams. Yeah.
Annalise, Carbar, Chelsea, Sarah, Aubrey, Natalie. They just fucking killed it. Like it's inspiring to watch all of them work as hard as they have and dedicate themselves just for this one event, because they've been coming in early in the morning with me, coming back late at night. Like they've all busted their ass. And so to see them all like, you know, PR or match their PR on the deadlifts after not touching a barbell for about a year, just seeing them have fun and like just like them like push themselves to the limit. Like I just like
I lost my voice.
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
I lost my voice for 2 days.
The whole room on those last.
Bro, my
deadlifts
eardrums were shaking.
Were crazy.
It was insane.
It was so good.
So
it was so amazing. They did so good.
So shouty touty to all you guys. Love you guys. Super proud of you. And then my next one is I'm super stoked because our friends John and Melissa just got a house. We got to go hang out
You
there.
gonna leave anything for the rest of us?
I'm sorry. Were you gonna take it?
I was thinking about it, but go ahead. Go ahead.
But, I mean,
No.
But I mean, just like being able
Just
to
my cousin, but go ahead.
fuck you.
Family, but whatever.
Just being able to see that and like see them enjoy their home and like give us a tour
It's
and like
a beautiful place.
Yeah, it's fucking gorgeous. And so like I don't know, man, just a lot of
Broken
good
that
things
bathroom.
happening, bro. So yeah, that's it. David, we'll take a break and then Dawn, what got you stoked, dude?
My stoked
Yeah.
is having hopefully our new semi-permanent quarterback, Trey Lance. Because, man, let me tell you, he is amazing. I have a feeling he's the one. He's the one we've been looking for. I didn't feel with Garoppolo, but I know Garoppolo was good. He wasn't bad. But I think this is the start of something very beautiful. And I'm so freaking excited, dude. I never watched the draft because the draft legitimately bores me. I'll be very honest about that. But I usually just watch the first round. So this was the first time where I actually watched the first round with my dad. And we were drinking and eating, drinking pizza, eating beers. But we just had a good time. We just watched the first round of the draft, then I was done. But I was there for the first round, and it was fantastic. So super cool, super excited. Congratulations, Trey Lance.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to the family. Let's fucking go, dude. Let's get some dubs. Oh God, David, what is your stoked?
My stoked was both that Matt said, the comp and their housewarming party. It was super fun. John and I started learning piano at the same time.
Yo, he did
So
good.
It's so cool to see how much progress he's making.
Yeah.
And then it's also just like healthy jealousy where I'm like, fuck, he's doing such a good job. I got to practice more.
You do good too, though.
Both of you doing,
that's why I'm like, it's healthy competition.
both of you doing that was like, man, I need to stop playing Mary Had a Little Lamb. I need to get to it.
Yeah, I think he was going to town.
But I guess I'll also say I'm stoked because I bought a new bike. I was like, this beach cruiser is fine or whatever, but I want like a nice hybrid bike. And I
Yeah.
found one on OfferUp, and it was like a $400 bike that I got for $140. And I was
Nice.
like, yeah, boy.
Nice, dude.
Now
Yeah.
it feels so easy to just ride around and just like get it.
And there's one more thing you should be stoked about. You got affiliated.
Well, yeah, we got affiliated. I don't know. It's always back and forth because I'm starting to promote this on there.
Oh.
And I just get weird about compartmentalizing things. But yeah, we can.
Bro, we support you.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
This is our podcast, not just our
Yeah, bro, we don't need
Yeah.
a contract
We
to
got
support you.
affiliated, which means that like people can start subscribing to us and donating to us. And there's a lot more viewer engagement that I'm just going overboard with.
It's so much fun.
Like
No,
a
I
lot,
love it.
a
I
lot.
love it. You're doing a great job.
And so we're like figuring out what we're gonna do. We have like subscriber movie nights that we're gonna be doing.
I also hate what you're doing with your toes.
Sorry.
Right now. Thank you.
And then we're trying to figure out which, like, we're gonna take 10 to 15% now, and then maybe jump it later up of different charities to donate to. Just because I was like, dang, we have so many people in our life that deal with that are in industries of different things that are helping people, so we can just come to them and be like, hey, what's a good
Oh yeah.
place
I
to
love
be
that.
giving this to?
Yeah,
I
that's
love
cool,
that.
man.
Yeah.
Super proud of you
I
guys.
got some
You guys are
places
killing
for
it.
you, big guy.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I got plenty.
But yeah, so
All right, everybody, you've made it this far into the podcast.
Took
Thank you
such
so
a long
much for
breath.
your time.
That was you right now. Sorry, go ahead.
that's the thing.
Just fucking soak that air in. Leave some for the rest of us, big guy. Go. Hurry up.
Thank you so much for your time. We really do appreciate it. Go ahead and follow us on all of our social media platforms at Drumm Podcast. Leave us a 5-star rating and a review wherever you are listening to this. And if you are watching us on YouTube, thank you for sticking with us. Click the subscribe button down below, the bell notification icon over in the corner so you know when we upload. And until next week, everybody stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you guys then. Until then, I'm Drumm.
I'm Drummer.
We'll see you guys then. Bye.
Bye.